everyone, Little Joy here, and welcome back to another video. For today's video, I wanted to do something for fall and Halloween. It is one of my favorite holidays, and so I definitely wanted to do something and have it at least out by Halloween day, just so I can have it out. I know last year I was a little late, so this year I wanted to make sure I was on time. Just cause, I don't know, Halloween's amazing. I love it. I love the little candies that we can get in the costume everyone has. And for this video, for the art that is going on the screen, I'm actually super proud of how this end product came out. And I kind of love how it tells a story once this drawing is complete. I mean, it sort of tells a story, but I'm not entirely sure, but you know what, I think it tells a story, so I think that's all I have to say. And I would like to say, I know it's been quite a while, but a lot of things have happened recently, and I was in a bit of a rut with art for some reason, so it was really hard for me to draw digitally. But I mean, and this channel is kind of all digital drawings, so I wasn't sure how you guys would have liked traditional drawings in total. But I think I will try traditional drawings or something along those lines for my next video, or maybe a video in the future. I'm not entirely sure, and I, again, am super sorry. I know it's been a while, but I mean, I've had to get a new phone. My phone broke. It's just... And then my roommate is moving out, so I've been a little busy, and so I've been kind of preoccupied, unfortunately, with a lot of things, so I haven't been able to completely put myself fully into my YouTube videos. So, which is why I'm super glad with this YouTube video. I feel like I was able to put out a really good drawing for you guys, so you guys wouldn't be, I don't know. I think this makes sense in my head. I know it's not coming out properly, but I think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. And I do hope everyone has an amazing Halloween, and that you guys either all have fun at parties or get a lot of candy tonight, or just have fun handing out candy, whatever you guys are doing tonight. And all honestly, I think the best thing about Halloween was always the trick-or-treating with friends and family growing up. I always had the time of my life dressing up. I always did something spooky as a child. I really didn't do anything too, soft, I guess is what you could say. I always did a lot of, vampires or, ghosts or, something along the spooky sense. And I always loved seeing all the super cool costumes that would happen at the Halloween parties at elementary school, or going out trick-or-treating. You're like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Why didn't I think of that? It was always just a lot of fun, and it was always so interesting, or it was kind of like a competition between me and my siblings to try to see who got the most or the best candies that night. And I remember we would always go to my grandma's neighborhood because they would always hand out the full-size candy bars, or at least give us a big handful of candy. It was always something I always looked forward to, because we would always make it kind of a little bit of competition. And then afterwards we would go sit in our living room, either our grandma's or our parents, and we would sit in the living room. We'd sort out our candy, make sure everything's in all piles, and then we'd look at each other and be like, hey, I'll give you your favorite candy if you can give me 2 of these, or etc., all the negotiating stuff. It was always a favorite thing that we would do, and I do miss it. The trick-or-treating and treating out candy. I've honestly have thought multiple times this month if maybe I should just dress up and go trick-or-treating myself. I mean, I may be 21, but I'm thinking about just doing it just so I can have the memories again, or relive the memories. It would be a little weird, I feel like, going trick-or-treating, but I have thought about doing it just because it's a lot of fun, and it's always something. It's a nice little tradition that happens at least every year. And though recently these days with the trick-or-treating, I don't see a lot of trick-or-treaters. It's honestly been a little disappointing because for the last couple years, since I've turned 18, I've tried to pass out candy and we would always have so much left over. So I'm not sure if they've all just gone to like rich neighborhoods or just decided to not go out and have fun on Halloween. I'm not entirely sure, but I do hope I'll get to see a lot more trick-or-treaters and like be able to like at least see the kids having fun, because I feel like a lot of times with this new generation it's all kind of like phones. So I'm hoping, and the trick-or-treats also don't help. It like takes away all the fun for trick-or-treating. So I do hope there is going to be a lot of trick-or-treaters this year. But now onto the art that has been going on in the background. I had a hard time actually with planning this out or trying to make something a little spooky. I'm pretty sure are multiple of screen recordings of me trying to figure out kind of like what to draw. It was just hard trying to like draw out the composition, trying to make everything like a good focal point. Kind of that stuff. I know a little closer in the beginning there was a small little time where I discarded the drawing that I had. I didn't discard it, but I think I just turned off like where you weren't able to see it, whatever you call it, the opacity, whatever it's called, and tried to do something else that I ended up with. But in all honesty, I'm really glad I stuck with the original drawing, because in the end I think it turned out really well. I think it's very different compared to what I usually draw. I decided to add in a lot more detail, something that kind of like would help bring the composition to the drawing better. And I'm pretty sure I used the same brush for the entire drawing. It was a little hard from what I remember, because this brush is something that you kind of have to layer, which is normal with traditional art, but I mean, or at least with markers. I usually use colored pencils whenever I'm doing like traditional art. So this one was a little hard for me, but it was really fun to do it. It was just hard layering for a bit because I'd color, take my pen off and color again, and you can see like where the layering of the color is, and I'm like, oh shoot, okay. And whenever I tried to like eyedrop a color to like use the same color, it would be a little different color. So I'd have to go back, either color it all in one like go, or like go over it multiple times. And speaking of colors, honestly, choosing the colors were super hard to do, because color theory just still doesn't make much sense in my mind, considering like I don't know, I'm maybe an artist, but color theory doesn't work completely in my like head for some reason. But most of the colors were muted, and so I just chose a lot of colors that like I thought would work, but it didn't. So I had to go through and like grab a whole bunch of weird different colors. There was a lot of gray and a lot of yellow, especially for the foliage. Yellow was like such a big thing, and it just surprised me when I was coloring it, because I would grab the green, I'm like, that doesn't look right. So because it's like very muted, the entire drawing is, and so I'd go through trying to find whatever worked, and it was green or yellow, and so it was just weird. But that's kind of about the process for it. I mean, it was really nice. It was also hard trying to like figure out what kind of characters I wanted to do. I wanted to do like, I see quite a few art of those like guys with like the weird like stoic mask faces, and so I wanted to do something with that. But I also want to do something with a little floating pumpkin head, kind of like the Headless Horseman. And so when I got those together, I had a lot of fun drawing them. I tried to put in a lot of expression for like two creatures that don't have expressions, but I think in the end it sort of turned out really well. But anyways, that's kind of about it for this video, and I know this video is a little bit shorter, but I really do want you guys to go and enjoy this holiday and have a lot of fun. And if you don't celebrate this holiday, then I do hope you have a wonderful day or night. Let me know what your costume is, or what your favorite tradition is that you had as a kid. I love hearing about other people's traditions, like the little tweaks everyone has. But anyways, I wish you guys an amazing night. Make sure you stay safe and nothing bad happens, and that you guys just have a wonderful night. All right. Bye!